Every day the uncle of Queen Esther, Mordecai, walks to the palace to hear how Esther is doing. He sits in the gate. On a certain day he hears two servants of the king. They are very angry. They want to kill the king. Mordecai immediately warns Esther of the plot, and she tells everything to the king on his behalf. The report is investigated and found to be true. The two arrested servants are impaled on poles. Everything is written down in the books of the king in his presence, so that no one will forget that Mordecai was the one who has warned the king and saved his life. After these events, King Xerxes promotes one of his officials to be the second most powerful man in his kingdom. His name is Haman. All the servants of the king kneel down and bow to Haman when he enters the palace. But do you see that one man is not kneeling down? That is Mordecai. The servants ask, "Why do you break the king's command? Why do you not bow down and honor Haman?" Mordecai tells them he is a Jew. It is not wrong to pay respect to someone else, but it is a problem when it looks like worshipping someone. God doesn't want us to do so. The only one that we can worship is God. Day after day the servants speak to Mordecai, but he refuses to comply. Therefore they tell Haman everything to see if Mordecai's behavior will be tolerated. When Haman hears that Mordecai is not kneeling down for him, he is furious. When Haman hears that Mordecai is a Jew, he makes a plan. He wants to kill Mordecai. But not only him, he wants to destroy all Mordecai's people, all the Jews, throughout the whole kingdom of King Xerxes. He goes to the king and says, "There are people living in the land who have their own laws and obey them rather than the king's commands. We need to sort out this problem." Haman comes with a proposal. A law must be passed so they can be destroyed. I will give a lot of silver to the king's treasury to get this done. The king agrees with Haman. He takes off his signet ring and gives it to Haman. Now Haman has all the power to make a law and sign it by making a stamp with this ring. The king says, "You can keep your silver. Do to these people what you think is best." Haman instructs the scribes of the king to write letters in all the different languages of the kingdom. In the letters the law is written down that on the 13th day of the 12th month the Jews are to be attacked and killed. All the Jews, men, women and children. Their possessions can be taken as plunder. These letters are written on behalf of the king and sealed with the king's ring. Then you can see it is a law, and such a law can never be changed. The servants of the king are sent with the letters to all provinces so that the people will be ready for that day. The king and Haman sit down to drink. But the people in the city of Susa are bewildered. What will happen? Will God allow that his people are killed? Can he stop such an evil plan, a plan of the devil? You will hear it next time.